Quest presents an unabridged recording of The White Company by Griff Hosker, narrated by Marston York. Prologue. Bordeaux, 1356. The Battle of Poitiers was a great victory, and Prince Edward now had the King of France, King John, as his prisoner. But despite that, we were still heavily outnumbered and forced to retreat to the safety of Bordeaux. That did not sit well with many of the Gascons in the army, but for me, newly knighted, Sir John Hawkwood and the men known as Hawkwood's men, it mattered not, for we had been well paid and had suffered few losses. We reached Bordeaux in October, and the first thing I did was to buy a manor on the outskirts of the city. I had learned the advantages of doing this when I had wintered at Heartburn during the Black Death. The city itself would be filled with the whole army. There would be fights and more chance of disease. I was the captain of my company, and I gave them a simple choice: follow me, or find another commander to follow. All but 4 chose me, and the 4 who left me did not take another leader but returned to England with their money. I now had a fortune, and a manor with a hall we could defend was the best place to keep it. The manor was a large one, for I anticipated hiring many more men. The owner had been a French sympathizer who had perished in the battle. He had chosen the wrong side, and his family had fled fearing repercussions. It cost me 200 florins, but that was a bargain. The farmhouse was more of a hall than a rustic dwelling. I was no farmer, but the peasants who remained in the manor seemed quite happy to continue to tend to the vines, fields, and animals. Robin, Roger, Michael, and Di would share the hall with me. We converted a large barn into a warrior hall. Although we were one company, I had a group I kept close to me. They were the 3 whom I regarded as friends. Robin had been with me the longest, and was the archer I might have been had I not chosen the sword. Michael had been an English youth we rescued in Normandy, and was the one I had trained as a man-at-arms. He now acted as my squire. The last was a youth, Di. We had met him in the Welsh borders, and he had begged to become part of our company. I had thought he would become an archer, and indeed he had skills, but he was also handy with a blade. I suppose he acted as a sort of page for me. The difference was that, unlike most pages, Di could kill. He was ready to be a warrior in his own right.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?